making weird sounds. Why are you being weird? Okay, I guess we'll just ignore all the weird sounds it's making. Alrighty. Okay. Should we get started?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for
Lucy.
Lucy. If you guys have any doodles or sketches, you can put it on the front table right here, and we'll have a short discussion on some work and sketches, especially sketches. The rougher the drawing, the more help I can do. Yeah. So.
When you draw with the black ink, and you don't do pencil first, you just do it with the black ink.
No, always pencil first.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna try to see if I can draw with the black ink, but I don't, maybe that's not a smart thing.
I wouldn't.
Okay,
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Even the pros who are like
that's kind of what.
crazy good.
Yes.
I mean the pros do. They can find certain folds and creases that might help them. There's like one famous artist who's hello, welcome. There's this one famous artist, Japanese artist. What's his name? Okay, let me see. Let's see. Artist. Gosh, I hate Windows. Hold on. I don't know why. No, just Google. I just want Google. You just have Google. Okay. What's it name? Forgot his name. This looks like his work. Oh, here. I forgot what his name is.
He just went straight to pen on that? Oh
Yeah,
my
this
God.
guy, okay, Kim Jong-ji.
Oh.
I mean, some of his stuff is, I don't know, some of his stuff I feel like is,
If you have a lot of
his
squiggles.
subjects are just kind of rough. He's got a history, I mean, it's interesting hearing him work. I mean, I can tell here, I feel like this one, definitely, there might be some pen work, pencil work. It
Yeah.
looks like he's shading things in with even. But he's not passed away, but he has a history of, like, he was in the Japan military, and he would draw just nonstop in the military. I think it's probably one of his coping mechanisms, just kind of to deal with some of the stuff that he's seen. But he said that when he first started doing art, all he did was draw things that he couldn't afford, but he wanted. And he is also kind of a master of perspective. He's practiced a lot with perspective, and he's able to recognize, angles and how shapes change as you rotate them. Just with geometry.
Absolutely.
So everything that he does is built up with geometry. So his fascination with spheres, cylinders, cubes, has helped him create worlds that he just understands that he uses these building blocks to create things. Yeah, some of the stuff is kind of morbid. This is interesting. This is what you consider 5-point perspective.
He's Korean and he passed away.
Oh, is he Korean? Oh my gosh.
The name is Kim Jong-il is Korean. 私は whatever 好きことあればだの is Kim
I'm
Jong-il.
so sorry. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, so, but yeah, he was able to do stuff just by line. But I mean, you can tell that, it's not necessarily clean, like he's drawing through objects, like, the lines are shaky and wiggly, it's not perfect.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sketchy.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that looks cool.
Yeah,
So do I.
yeah. But 99% of other artists, they'll be throwing down some general lines in pencil.
Okay.
But it looks like he's probably throwing down some big lines here. You can kind of see, to kind of get a general idea. I don't know how much of his work is in pencil, but seeing him work, there's some videos. Pretty insane. I would say though, work in pencil.
Okay.
Pencil. So
like even if you're going out and you're doing plein air
100%.
pencil first.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
Pencil.
wondered if you can get good enough so you could just ink dry it.
I mean.
But I don't know. I haven't never tried.
I mean, like the whole thing with gouache is that it's opaque. So you can just throw down those messy lines really lightly,
Yes.
There are certain mediums, even watercolors, where you can work with that really light gray first, or you can work with that really light color and just kind of wash in kind of where the placement is, and then throw down just thick, heavy values afterwards, so that you don't even see those little subtle shadows of what you're imagining. And as you work layer upon layer, that's so important because, each layer you can move and adjust things, or you see tangents and you want to move those around. So, if you just go straight marker and this is the shape and this is not going to be moving, then you're not going to be fixing possible problems that might be happening in your image. So, I mean, that's why, it's good to work in layers and kind of build onto each other, working with those bigger shapes and then working smaller and smaller. Yeah. So, so before we start class, I'm always going to offer you guys a time and space for any help from the class. So if you have any sketches, some doodles, or paintings you've done over the last week, you can put it up here. And feedback is totally optional, but I would love to share what you have with the class, just kind of see what you've been working on, and if you need any help right away. And this might answer some questions. Yeah. Okay. Oh, speaking of perspective.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
I'll ask a question.
Great.
Wow.
Great. Okay. And
This was the one I started last week. Worked on it.
and if you don't have anything to show, you can just come up here. So you can stand up and come over here. Lucy? Yeah, if you have anything, you can put it down. Yes, especially if it's not finished, especially if it's a work in progress. Ooh, okay, okay, wonderful. Cool. Yeah. Wonderful, okay, and again, I'll ask for, if you want feedback, and you can just say no, pass, and we'll just move on. But if you do want feedback, just give me thumbs up. Alright, I guess does anyone wanna go first? Okay, we'll start here. So, would you like to have feedback today?
Yeah, that was the homework and it was said to.
Yeah, so what did you do from the homework?
It says to try to draw your hand from different angles.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is, but look at that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, you got the likeness for sure.
Yeah, but look at, it's warped and
Okay.
I couldn't get, this I erased like 10 times.
Uh-huh.
Cause I just couldn't, I mean, I could see it,
Uh-huh.
but I could not draw it.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything you feel like you learned from it, or anything that
Well-
like was difficult to you?
This, when I did this part of my hand, cause this is the order I did them.
Uh-huh.
And I just drew it.
Mhm.
I like stopped worrying about it and just kind of drew, and I think it came out better. I mean, there's not as much in there, but even still, I just drew it. I didn't have to erase anything. I didn't worry about it. I think
Nice. So that confidence can be key. For sure.
Well, I just figured I was like frustrated up to I'm like, there, my whole hand does not look like that.
Mind if I
Nope.
give some feedback?
Mhm.
All right, cool. So I was also drawing from nature, some cats jumping and pouncing.
Oh,
And I think the biggest thing that is going to be helpful is going to be kind of like what we're doing with with the color wheels. We're using shapes and we're outlining after the shapes. So shapes kind of give a bit of a body and strength. So it's like if you're drawing your hand, for instance, let's see. Ooh. Can't give that away. We're going to be doing that later. So, looking at your hands and stuff, you're going to be looking at shapes, and kind of building things up with just your shapes. So, if you kind of start with your hand here, like I'm just kind of building things up with like squares. And
okay.
triangles.
Yeah.
And kind of, I got my watch here. But it's important to pay attention to what your reference is. And you did a really great job paying attention because you're drawing all your little details. And she said, it looks like your hand. So, you're paying attention to your reference, which
Yeah,
is.
but I didn't do shape, I just tried to draw it.
Yeah. And so, after that, then I can start adding in, certain details and things I see. And kind of start, slicing away and looking at angles. And I could even break down more shapes here. Maybe there's pieces of, crescents or pieces of ovals.
Yeah, because when you look at your fingers, they are ovals now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's like little.
Lopes.
Yeah, little tubes, little cylinders. And, you can draw a line right down the middle if you really wanted to. Yeah. So, I think you're on the right track. You're doing really great observing, but don't be afraid to draw straight through and make it look messy because you can always go back in later and kind of clean up those lines and you know, this kind of answers a few questions with some of you guys.
Well, that would have gotten me, because I was struggling to where to put them, like where to end and how long, how long they should be.
Mhm. Yeah, so, if I was gonna be doing an illustration, kind of thick lines and stuff, which, it's definitely stylized, there's no lines in real world. But, yeah, even these knuckles, kind of like those overlapping shapes, how we did those overlapping shapes with circles? Those knuckles, kind of have that line there, and that overlapping shape there, see? So you kind of have those knuckles or whatever. Yeah, I can kind of do that too. And it kind of happens in real life too, things overlap with each other. So just those simple shapes can help you out. Yeah. Big shapes, starting off the whole thing, and then you go smaller details. I hope that helps.
Yeah, thank you.
And you got some other wonderful nature
Oh, just the one?
studies.
Yeah, those are my favorite. I like doing the illustrative type style.
Yeah.
I'm much more comfortable, like I can just draw that.
Yeah. These are super cute, and it looks like you're playing around with shapes pretty good. Are you drawing all the way through all these characters? No.
No, these were I did actually do these by pieces, like a shape and pull them together. Same with that, even though I drew it, I did draw the pieces of it from the picture.
Cool. So, wonderful inspirations. Where did you get your pictures from?
Well, this one is from an actual flower, and these were, I went on Pinterest, but I just looked up like, bee, like I just said bee, and I got a photo. But I did them all from photo, and that I just drew.
Is this invented?
Yeah.
Awesome, so you're
That's
working from imagination
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
That's great. It's really great.
When I started out, that's watercolor pencils, so I got new, so I was playing with them.
Okay.
One day, if it's me, just in my case, it's a 1 day job.
Oh, what?
She is just a 1 day job. Me, 1 week job.
No, that's like an hour.
It's
I just did it in a little bit.
a simplification, right?
Right.
It's so, yeah, you just found creative ways to do it. Yeah. So you cared more about, the aesthetics of it rather than the realism of it.
Right.
Right, so just
I
trying
mean, I
to
gotta
make it.
practice realism,
yeah.
but I like the illustrative type stuff.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So you're looking at illustrators and artists who work in that style for inspiration.
Right.
Yeah, that's really ideal. Is exploring different styles from different artists. Whoever inspires you. So if you want to get away from realism, try copying from people who stylize things. Some stuff that you like. Could be from all different kinds of artists. It's good to, yeah. I think just even testing it can kind of get you.
So I kind of played around with, this is
Yeah.
the one I did last week, but it's not quite done. I want to put some.
Yeah, you've been working more on it.
Yeah, I want to put some shadows in here, and then there's something that I need to fix in here. I quite can't figure it out, but I will. But then I just try to put more people. I think there were like 13 or 14 people. I thought I'm
Yeah.
gonna start putting people.
I like how as you get farther away, you got all the color up front and then in the distance.
Yeah, less saturated.
Less saturated.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It makes it look less.
It's kind of like, I can't afford to go to Paris, but I can't paint it. And there's something about when you paint it, you feel like you're there.
You can
It's
transport
kind of fun,
yourself.
so-
Oh, that's really exciting.
And
That's a great revelation.
Did you do this sort of stuff first before you did that together?
no, I started that last week. I'm just trying to mess around more. So this is the 1 point perspective, and then this is the 2 point, which is
Yeah.
which I it's good because you can really, catch yourself. Because you have your point A and point B, and if stuff isn't lining up with it, it looks wonky. So that, I think, is the way to go.
Yeah.
I
Were
want,
you looking at a book when you were looking at this, or?
No.
Just practicing?
just practicing.
Looks like the house in the holiday.
Oh, it kind of does a little bit. And then this was, I tried doing from a photo. I want to do a big painting of this. It's really a cool photo. The car is bright orange and it's the cafe in the background. It's really cool. But so this, I tried the graph thing. I don't think it's as successful with the
Mhm.
squares, where you square up the photo
Mhm.
and then you print the, for me, I think this is much better.
Mhm.
So I think that was it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did do a little blippy of that,
Okay.
sort of play around, but I'm not done, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of still trying to decide what to do with the sky.
You know, I'm seeing just a quick little thing here. Is it okay if I?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not at all.
So you did great on creating that box in perspective, which is the house. And you got that point going over to here. I mean, this is really exaggerated.
Yeah, and it's hard when if your imagination, your point has to go out here somewhere,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. So there's your house. Now you wanted to have this right in the middle of the house, right? The little walkway or the doorway?
Yes.
Okay, so to have it kind of come out from the middle of the house, you gotta find the actual middle of the house. And so when I go for each of these points here, there's your door. And depending on, it's a 2-story house, so this is probably halfway. Maybe the door is about this big. Well, if we were to add, that little,
Yeah, this was kind of tricky trying to add that little portico on there.
add that little extra square, well, it has to come out from the house.
Mhm.
And so we
Yes,
have that point here. And so, if we have it go out a bit, definitely going up a bit. I'm just kind of going with that line there. Okay, there we go. So, depending on, there we go. So, so if we had it going up over here, we can find that other line going over here, which is kind of right here. And then try to connect that up there. Okay, cool. And then this, we need to kind of bring this up to the middle part here. Here's the middle part, and then have this line up there. So that's gonna be kind of the doorway there. So you can see here, now it's coming together. There's the door. I don't know.
it's like a portico, you go in.
So the door is here?
Yeah, this is,
Oh.
yeah, you go like a portico, and
Okay.
that's a window. It's a little British house, a British house,
Here.
kind of have a
So if I can erase,
mudroom on the front.
there we go. A mudroom. I love it.
I was
Yeah.
wondering how it looks just like that, yeah.
So, there we go. So it is gonna be coming out from the house itself here, so it might be covering up. I mean, this drawing here covers up.
So do I need to put shadows in, is that the problem?
So it's coming out from the wrong part of the house.
Oh,
See, that's like the entrance there,
yeah,
but I feel like it would have to jut out from there.
oh,
Or maybe the house needs to like be ending like more over here,
okay,
just because this, juts out.
Maybe I added on vicariously. Did I do it here? Did I do it?
So there's the middle of the house
I did it
here,
there.
right?
Hmm.
And then there's the shape there. You can see that in the middle of the house there,
Hmm.
it juts out from there.
Hmm.
So it's not in the middle of your drawing.
Right, so, you know, what you did,
Maybe my house is supposed to end there.
I mean, what you did
It's probably some white.
was something like this,
Mhm.
where you put the house
Yes.
in the middle. And the little thing that juts out in the house. In the middle, and then you moved it back. See, so
Hmm. Okay.
that's where it kind of goes wrong. Because it's like no longer is this point in the middle, there's the middle of the house.
Hmm.
It's now over here, so you kind of have to start in the middle of the house and kind of work your way out with an extra shape. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you got bushes or something here, I don't know. Yeah. Of course, you know, windows and stuff like that. Yeah. But like this side of the house, because of the angle, is now being blocked because of this,
I see.
Oh.
so. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perspective is.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
just
I
try- I'm
have,
gonna keep looking on it, because I wanna get good at it.
well, I have a book recommendation in my library, I'll share it with you, it's my favorite one, but, this is looking very nice, I love
Thank
the
you.
shadows, you're pushing the shadows, which is making this glow more.
Yes.
You know, I would just say, you know, think about the foreground, you know, sometimes it's good to kind of have something kind of poking out, like somebody's shoulder or something here, or, you know, like what's happening in front of us, I mean, this is kind of in the foreground.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like the whole wall here, you know, this is probably the darkest dark in the shadow here. But out here where it's all bright and sunshiny, where there's more light hitting, it's much darker, this black is darker than this. So it kind of stands out in a strange way.
Which stands out?
So I
This
think, I don't
stands
think
out,
that this black
Maybe goes,
goes too dark, you know?
Okay,
Like, this
okay.
is probably the darkest you'll go, so it'd probably be
okay,
that
I'll make-
hazy blue, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's really nice, and then same thing here, you know?
And I wondered if I needed a shadow under this sign. And then I wanted
Yeah,
the
that-
table
that
to
was
stand out, I thought I called it table for
Yeah.
two. And then I need to put some shadows in this base
Uh-huh.
and stuff, I just didn't want to get too muddy.
Yeah, no, I'm loving these light purple shadows, you know?
Yeah,
But, you know, that's telling me that that's the darkest it's gonna get because there's like some sort of haze or something,
mhm,
which is nice, it's really atmospheric. But I lose that atmospheric effect when I see pure black.
okay,
So just, you know, tone down the pure black, get some purple or blue in there like you have
Okay.
going on here. And then I think that'll fix that. Cool,
and then like the windows, I was gonna put some more orange in
Mm.
there,
cool, yeah,
that would look better.
I think that would look great.
Yeah, I started with yellow, but then I thought, I'm
Yeah,
gonna put
so
orange.
something like this, but, you
Yes,
know,
yeah,
yeah,
Just
just
kinda
pay
working
attention
on
to those values, you know, it's gonna be really glowing bright.
maybe I'll put a cat or something down there, I don't know,
Great
I don't,
idea. Yeah, or a few cats,
I don't know,
absolutely.
I don't know.
It's Paris.
It's, maybe I'll,
Yeah,
I could put a person in it too.
oh yeah, I say sketch it out, a few different
Yes.
ideas, and then, you know, see one of your favorites, and you could even transfer it like we did with the color
Yeah,
wheel.
yeah, absolutely.
Sweet, cool,
All right, thank you.
all right, and so we got the last two here, you want any feedback?
I tried pastels.
Mm,
It was difficult.
Are these oil,
I
or, no, this is charcoal, like the charcoal?
Soft pastel.
yes,
Okay, fun.
I used to brush
Oh.
his water
Oh,
correct.
Oh, with water and brush?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
my teacher was YouTube.
Good,
That's okay.
that's great, that's great.
The teacher better, teacher better.
Oh, It's okay, but you're learning a new technique that you can use in the
Yes, yes.
future.
But it was interesting.
Yeah, that's great. I would just say, when you learn something on YouTube and you copy how they do it.
Yes, a YouTube teacher showed me.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I tried.
yeah, this is very good, very good. But don't let this be the only one.
Last evening, I.
Good, wonderful. I would just say, whenever you learn something from YouTube or a book or something, don't let that be the only example. You learned how to do a flower that's blue. So maybe find a new picture to work from with a new flower and a new color and try to do it yourself without the teacher. So that you can learn, what you practice here in your own story, your own flower. You could even pick one from a garden. Yeah, this is great. This is wonderful to learn outside of class. And it's a cool technique. I'd love to see you.
I think pastels is just, but no.
Mhm. Okay,
First, my practice.
wonderful, first time. I'm excited to see where you take this. Do another one, don't let it stop there. That's good, awesome. All right, and we got me, you've been working on this. Cool.
It's beautiful.
Wonderful, so you've been mixing all the colors of the colors.
Or connecting colors,
Mhm.
but everything same.
Yeah, it kind of happens.
Yellow,
Yeah.
yellow with blue, it's the same.
Yeah, it's funny, you could cut it in half and say that's everything.
And yellow and violet is same.
Yeah.
It's blush.
That's neat. I like
Yeah.
that idea.
And-
You did. It's cute.
Wonderful, I hope it's helping, you learn how to get certain kinds of browns,
Yeah.
neutral colors. Is that helping you?
This thing is just helping is something is yellow
Uh-huh,
and example is yellow and red. Yellow is 7,
mhm,
red is 3,
mhm.
and red is 7, or yellow 3 is and there's some different mixing.
Uh-huh.
Different colors, yeah.
Right, so like a little more than
Yeah.
one, than.
Or half a half.
Are you talking about like the amount of paint?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Oh, that's interesting, so you're measuring how much paint you're using.
Yes.
That's
And-
very good.
And yellow and some kind of little bit pinch of mix it,
Uh-huh.
and more fix it, and so.
Cool.
That's good. Sometimes I find a color and I don't know how I made it.
Yeah.
Like there's a color on this that I love and I'm not sure
Yeah,
which blue I use,
Yeah.
but I just left it because I thought, I just like that. It's just,
it looks a little like
It's-
Viridian
yeah.
green.
And
The
some blue.
Viridian, when you add white with it, it
Yeah.
turns blue, and it turns like this
Maybe.
really interesting blue.
Yeah.
So, try play around with Viridian, that's my go-to, but, really cool, I love how you're being so methodical with it, so you're learning a lot from this. And there's some themes here too,
That's
coffee,
cute.
bunnies,
So is it difficult to
jelly bean.
is this color is something is clock. Is value or clock? I don't know.
Complementary,
Yes, like that, it's very hard.
yeah.
Chroma?
Chroma,
Yeah.
yeah, so, you gotta find those colors that are just
Yeah.
high chroma,
Yeah.
that's great, yeah. Yeah, that's something that I would probably say,
next couple of weeks, once it's all once it's all down, with those opaque colors, you can get those highlights in there. Those really bright colors of red violet highlights in there, and kind of play around with layering different patterns on there. I'll probably show some examples. Great progress. Great progress, guys. Wonderful. Cool. All right. All right, so I have a quick little sketchbook thing we're gonna do together. So if you could have your sketchbooks out, we'll just need a pencil and pen.
A pencil and a pen?
Pencil and a pen, yeah. And paper, just the cheap sketchbook paper. Okay. I mean, you guys already know this. I mean, I feel like I've done this before, but I want to give you guys 3 drawings that you can build up with shape. So if you got a person, you got a head and a chin and a neck, and you can make things out of stick figures. Can you see that okay?
It's a little light.
Here, I can lower it. So, you can get those shapes down with chest and, stick figures. And then you could always kind of draw on with a line with either a pen, or I have this thick wax pencil. And then I can make little people out of it. Just drawing right on top of those simple shapes. So simple shapes are key when drawing kind of imaginatively. And of course, as you draw, you can always change things up. I don't know. I'm just drawing here, just doodle. But it can kind of be drawn from a stick figure here. Ooh, this is not good. He's got too short of an arm. I can change that. Anywho, so simple shapes, and you can get that eraser, and you can erase those shapes away, and bam, you got yourself a fun little character or whatever you're drawing, using circles, lines, and you can kind of change things up as you go. All right, anywho. So I'm going to give you guys like 3 minutes to quickly draw from your imagination a strawberry. Okay? I'll just play a little music. Let's see. I'm just going to play some music here. Okay, cool. Weird. I don't know what's going on. Alright. So weird. Okay, so some things. I mean, so one thing that you'll notice that when you work from imagination, it flows, right? It's just kind of fun. You just kind of throw it out. You make simple designs, simple drawings. Now, I did do it at home, and I think it's a better example because I worked from nothing. So I drew myself a strawberry, and I drew what I imagine is a bike. Now, both of which I've drawn before. So I have that visual vocabulary. That's what they call it. So just like when you speak English, artwork is the same way, where if I say bike, what kind of bike do you think of? Everyone thinks of a different kind of bike. Some people think of motorcycles, some people think of electric bikes, some people think of beach cruisers, some people think of high-speed off-roading bike, So everyone's kind of got their own story to, what a bike is supposed to look like or is not supposed to look like. And everyone has their own vocabulary in their head, what they think of. Now, as an artist, the more things you draw and the more studies you do from reference, the more you get to understand those things, and you can incorporate it with your imagination, combine things together, and tell a different story. Now, you don't always know what things look like, right? As we discovered with the bike, right? So that's why it's so important to work from reference. Now, when I drew it again from reference, there's a lot of things that I noticed with the strawberry, such as, where are the seeds located? How is the orientation? Maybe there's a pattern I saw. And there's kind of a pattern I started noticing with the strawberry. I noticed, how thick that stem is actually. It's pretty apparent sometimes. And then when I drew a bike, there was a lot of pieces that I was missing, like the gear change, and then I had that kind of chain protector on there, and had like a back thing on there. So there's a lot of things that I learned from drawing the bike. And so that when I brought them both together, I kind of took what I learned, but then I still kept it imaginative afterwards. But I used all those new vocabulary, those new visual vocabularies, into my newly created drawing. This is a great way to sketch if you ever want to make a story, for kids or maybe even for adults, or you could even work from realism. It doesn't need to be this imaginary. It could be as simple as there is a vulture on the roof. We don't have any vultures around here, but it's perfectly possible to have like a vulture on a roof. But you get those two images, you get a roof and you get a vulture, figure out how to draw those, and you throw them together in that imaginary sketch. So, and when you combine those two things, when you combine anything in an artwork, you create a completely original work of art. Always, every time, whenever you combine those images. Even though everyone's seen a strawberry, everyone's seen a bike, but when I combine them, now I have a completely original artwork. So much of art, contemporary art, is about mashing things together and seeing what that might look like. You could mash shapes. You could make the bike into the shape of a strawberry somehow. Or maybe you could mash the bike into a strawberry. There's a million and one ways to kind of mash those two things together.
but it's about telling your own story here, and maybe finding objects or items that are closer to who you are as an artist or person. Yeah. All right. So that's fun. All right. Well, enlightening. All right. Well, rest of the day, we're gonna be working on our color wheels. If you want to work on your own projects and you're all done with the color wheel, then please have some photos out to work from, or work from imagination too. It's just as important. Yeah. Any questions or observations? Yeah. All right. Well, that was just a fun little experiment. All right, we'll get back to arting and take a break anytime. And the class is yours. Okay. All righty. Yeah, my visual vocabulary is big. I mean, I've been drawing Mario. And so that's kind of where I got these, like, the gloves and the shoes. I just stole it from Mario. And then like the character eyes, I mean, maybe that's SpongeBob, maybe that's some other stuff.
It's kind of also like the Mickey Mouse gloves too.
Yeah. Well, it's always in animations. Yeah, so crazy, like just where random things come out, But the more random stuff you have in you, the better you do. And this is kind of what I do. I work with a lot of cartoon artists and stuff, so it shows in my work. But you might not want that. Find those artists that you do want in your work, that do inspire you, and copy from them. Because it will show when you work kind of that imaginative way. Okay. Yeah, the one I did today, I drew the strawberry on a Ducati.
That's really cute.
It's screaming its head off, like it's going too fast, and his legs are like flying through the air.
What are we gonna end up doing with the wheel? Are we doing something?
The wheel, yeah. So
Get done with it?
if you're all done with it, we'll present it in class. Believe end of semester, but yeah. Other than that,
So like I only got like, then I did another half, so.
yeah.
Should I just cut then? this
Yeah.
off and
Yeah,
then-
so actually I have glue if you want to start. I would just save it all for the end, but I will be bringing in glue this week and next week. So I got some little white glue, just Elmer's glue. Washable school glue. I'm sure tacky glue might work a little better, but this will work fine. And then put it on a piece of paper, have it kind of nicely presented
Okay.
on
As a circle.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, as a circle, yeah. That's my plan with it. But if you have any other ideas, feel free to elaborate, exaggerate, and have fun with it. Okay. Any music recommendations? I'm open to anything. You guys want silence?
I always listen to French cafe music.
French cafe music?
Parisian cafe music. I just hate when
Nice. I'm down.
I just listen to that. When I paint. I have to have some, the other one that's really good is a Vince Guaraldi trio, it's jazz.
Ooh, that's nice.
That, you could, as you get going, you can go real fast.
Yeah,
He has a, Vince
Right.
Guaraldi did a Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas
yeah.
album, but there's a Vince Guaraldi on Spotify.
Okay. So. Let me just get the Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm just gonna use my phone Wi-Fi. I hate this. Okay, come on. Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. I got Wi-Fi. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Cool. So, let's stick with this example. Sorry. Shoot.
Focus on the main issue. Here we go. Cool. All right. So.
Alright, so. You should be able to see it, okay? So, I need my pencil. Okay, let me. Um, I literally learned just the other day. Yep.
Well, you can see how the lines line up. Parallel. Vertically.
Okay. Yeah. So I would just start with capturing those angles and just you can kind of line them up and look and see and get those big shapes here. And there we go. And then I always like to try to find the most dramatic angles here. So, I mean, because it does kind of change there. So it's like you almost kind of have to look at it like if it's a clock and it's slowly ticking, And so there's like a line up here and it's about there. So I find the lowest line and the highest line. And that's what I'll mostly pay attention to. So there's the highest line and then there's the lowest line. Lowest line is about here. And then the highest line is about there. And maybe it's a bit more down. So now I kind of know that right in the middle it's probably gonna have this kind of line here.
Yeah.
And then right in the middle of that, I mean, I could literally measure 1, 2, 3. And then, okay. I mean, I could get my ruler out and do it from there. Okay. But that's about all I need really. And then from these lines here, I'm going to pay attention to these lines.
Mhm.
It's probably gonna be more like this. Again, kind of restating things. And paying attention to how that angle moves here. All right. Yeah, that's a pretty good. Yeah.
So is that like a 3-point perspective, because you're looking down on it?
No. Well, I mean, you can simplify. You can change it. It's about changing it to to suit your needs. So you could draw this in a 3-point perspective. You could draw this in 5-point perspective. You can kind of mess around with that. But right now, I'm drawing. This is 2-point because we have the constrained
One there, yeah.
up and these axes, which are all going to be kind of up and down. And so now when I'm drawing it, I can kind of use my guides here
Yeah.
to kind of simplify things. So you see all these little bumps and stuff.
Yeah.
I can just kind of change that to a simple little triangle rather than bump, 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 bump. But I can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Try something. Yeah. Okay. This is Alright, whatever. Kind of simplify it. See how each of these lines may line up to the grid that's already on there. So this grid, I'm using it all throughout. I'm using it for the rows of type. I'm using it for the big shapes here. And kind of go in a bit. Yeah. Using these angles for each. All right, thank you. All right, I'll see you next week.
Yeah, when you're doing that, that's the only way we're gonna get it to look.
Well, that's not totally true. I mean, what is right? I mean, this is
If you want to look a little wonky, that's fine.
yeah, and that's kind of the
But
practice.
I wanna learn how to do it really good.
Yeah.
If I wanna wonk it up, I can, but
Yeah.
first I need to be able to.
So the best book I'll prescribe to you,
Yes.
Dr. Bryce prescription, is gonna be. This is the best book that I know of. And what's great about it is that there's videos
Oh,
that he records.
oh, cool. Of this book, this is the one right there for homework?
No, but it is in the library.
Hmm. Okay,
For the Clark library. So I just kind of, it's my favorites. Scroll down, and then it's Scott Robertson, How to Draw.
Scott Robertson.
Scott Robertson, How to Draw.
Okay.
And with this book, right here, he has a QR code here,
Yeah,
and you can watch some of his videos here.
oh, that's cool.
So, you can take a screenshot.
Well, I never really, I mean, I did learn perspective, but I never really, when I drew, I kind of just kind of visually and like, you know, things are sometimes off. I don't want them to be off.
Right.
I want to figure it out.
Yeah, this guy, I swear, out of any of the books that I've ever read in perspective, I feel like he just tells it
I think I've seen some
straightforward.
of his YouTube videos, the car one.
Yeah,
I was looking at those. Because
okay.
I want to do a painting with a car in it. I found
Yeah.
a really neat photograph with a car and
Yeah,
I thought it would be fun to try that.
so he goes all into
Yes.
2-point perspective,
Oh my
creating your
God.
own grid.
Okay, that would probably answer a lot of questions.
Yeah, this book has been, I mean, I own one, a copy, and I never regret it. I look through it
Yeah.
all the time. And yeah, tells you how to multiply, you know,
Yeah,
making shapes and multiplying shapes and finding sensor points.
my dad was an engineer and he was really good at all that stuff.
Oh, yeah,
He-
yeah,
He
this,
could draw and he was really good at it.
yeah, and then he also talks about creating your own grids on paper. Where is it? There it is. So right here, there's a little chapter on creating grids,
Yes.
including grids where you don't see the vanishing point at all. Let's see. Where
Yeah, it's, because I started to try to do something else and I thought, okay, I really need to get the vanishing points off the paper.
Oh, here it is. The Brewer method.
Oh, okay.
So connecting vanishing points off the page. So you can see kind of the example here. He does where, you know,
this is all you see on the paper, even though the vanishing
Yeah,
points
but
are a
then
million miles away.
Yes,
So,
so then,
basically,
hmm,
you could just read through it.
yeah,
So draw this vertical line, think of it as the front corner of a box. Draw two lines that converge towards the right. Make sure that they converge off the page. Avoid parallel lines in this case. These two lines will establish the right vanishing point and the position of the horizontal line. How much do the lines converge? It depends on what view is being created. Feel free to consult a reference image or photograph with a desirable perspective and trace the lines. And then take a look at the small sketch above. A perspective has been established with 4 lines placed on the page. Imagine that the lines to the right cross somewhere off the page. So the left line doesn't quite matter. I mean, I remember watching a video, he had his like kind of off to the center. But these converge somewhere else.
I see.
Um,
I'll play around with that this week.
Yeah.
He
he has a whole video. Wait, check the video.
those
Find the video.
houses.
We'll find it.
It's kind of fun to learn how to draw quirky stuff, you know?
Mhm.
It's kind of fun. Shoes and hands are hard to paint too.
Oh, you have the design studio in Culver City.
Oh, really? Wow.
Dang, that'd be awesome.
Is he mostly a commercial artist? Is that what he does?
He probably works with conceptual art
Yeah.
in movies and stuff.
My brother's girlfriend's daughter, she
Okay.
used to do drawings of dead people for like the court.
Uh-huh.
So she had to do drawings of stuff like people that have been smashed in car accidents and she drew them. I'm like, I couldn't, I guess because the photographs are too graphic to show the real thing, so they
Okay,
hire an artist to draw it.
cool. I have the video.
Oh, okay,
So if you go to his website,
let me
look at the link list, and then it's how to draw for the username and how to draw for the password. So you can visit this yourself.
It's on your thing, your website?
Kind of. It takes.
Tell me the name of it's how to draw,
Scott Robertson?
right?
Yeah.
Draw.
Here.
Okay, I'll I think that's a cool.
You just find the 4 pages for it, it's quite
And
nice.
then every now and then.
You just put it for it, you gotta pull it out, I know. This, and I can do that this now. But I've been keeping the ones that I
Did you
was
get that
like,
from Amazon?
yes.
Yeah.
And then it's got
And
refills.
then you have a good place to keep stuff, because I've got a bunch of things that I've.
Now I just stack them, cause I got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I just like go back and I can see like how much I've improved,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Some of them are, and even some things that I thought were awful, I go back and I'm like, that wasn't bad. It's not too bad. Some of them crack me up though.
Definitely, practice makes perfect, really. The more you practice, the better you get, absolutely.
Practice makes better.
Absolutely, what?
Practice makes better.
Absolutely.
I find
Yeah,
that I just like to
absolutely.
sketch.
It's true. Even with music, like, my daughter asked me, Mom, did you ever get to the point where you didn't feel like you needed a voice teacher? And I said, yeah, but it took many, 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 many years to get to that point.
Oh, to get to a teacher?
Pardon?
To get to a voice
get to
teacher?
point You do not need a teacher anymore.
Oh,
And that does happen in music. You get to a point where, I mean, you can still learn things. Actually, as a teacher, then you learn things from your students.
yeah.
It's kind of
I
fun.
used up pink, I used up all my blue.
Ooh, oh, nice. That's really good. That's a great variety there.
Just by using.
Bit
I
of
like
blue
that
and
sketchbook.
yeah.
I like that. I mean, I
You can
like,
take things out and,
yeah.
I like it, and then you can add it back in.
And then you have a place to store all your paintings. Yeah. Is that from Amazon? Yeah. I should get one. Are those 6x8s? Is it?
No, it's more like a 5.
5x7?
Like, always look about 5
I
by
don't
7.
know. I usually do 6x8. I just buy these little watercolor cold press pads.
Oh, yeah.
That's 6x8. Looks like it.
Yeah, that's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Cool. That's pretty.
I can't actually draw landscapes.
Mm-hmm.
I have to just do weird ones, because I actually can't. I mean, everyone, I've done a couple of them where I'm like, oh, I turned pretty good,
Mm-hmm.
but not very many.
Yeah. It's
It's not my thing.
it's
But
all about that background, midground, foreground. Can't forget the foreground.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with that comes, combining objects that you see into values and
I like to do
Shapes.
thumbnail sketches for landscapes.
oh yeah, no, it's
Because,
essential. It's
like,
essential.
especially
I
when
always
you're
do
doing
it.
Rocks and a river and a stream, that's all the shadows
Yeah.
and.
I want to get to the point where I can do like urbanscapes, but
Yeah.
they're terrifying to me.
Oh.
That one that you did
Uh-huh.
when you were in, where were you, Washington?
Uh-huh.
I love that.
Which one? The
You did
abstract one?
Yeah, but you had all the different.
Oh, I did have some buildings and stuff.
Buildings and stuff and just the areas and whatever, I just think it was gorgeous.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
But I
Do more
love
like
to be,
that.
I just like, that just terrifies me, but I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a lot to do with,
Well, that's.
depth and overlapping and
And
stuff like that.
perspective.
yeah. I mean, there wasn't much perspective there. Yeah, wasn't much.
My daughter says, she goes, I don't understand, Mom, why you don't like perspective, I'm like, really good at math, and I'm really like these things, so I'm like, oh, I don't know, it's just terrifying.
Uh-huh.
I have practice.
Well, it definitely
Yeah.
is. I've played around with doing the grid thing, when you separate the photo. No, it's better to do it this way, perspective. It will never look right, it will never look right unless if you really want it to be.
Just play with that perspective. That's really
Yes,
need to work on that.
That's, cause I tried the grid thing, and I'm like, I just, cause then you're looking at, that's not the way I look at a scene, I don't look at.
Well, I know that's place when I looked at when I did the hand, because I'm like telling myself, well, I can look at things and draw them. No, I can't. I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, that's great.
So
That's awesome. Because you're drawing all along those lines.
Yeah. then it's not gonna look wonky. It's gonna look cool, yeah,
13.
like a car, all the angles on a car, you have to do it that way, otherwise it's gonna look wonky. Yeah, exactly, or like a 4-year-old.
I mean, am I gonna do this correctly or am I just gonna make
That's
shortcuts?
awesome. See,
Let's just do
we'll let you
shortcuts.
go. Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
guys.
Thanks, Bryce, for all your help. We
Sure
appreciate
thing.
it.
If you guys need any help with anything, just text or
Okay,
email.
no problem. Thank you.
All right. Take it easy, guys.